Hey everybody, it's the old sports editor Ronnie Gallagher, and we're here for another edition of the pregame show sponsored by Sundrop. Now we're out here at Salisbury High School tonight. They're playing the Carver Yellow Jackets. We also have West Rowan at home. They're playing Mount Pleasant from the nearby South Piedmont Conference. They're the three-time defending state champion. And we also have North Rowan is heading down to West Montgomery. We have A.L. Brown's playing at home, and Davy is playing at home also. And you can read all about it in the Saturday Salisbury Post. But first, we're going to go out here and talk to Joe Pinyan. We're going to talk to the Carver side about some playoff football. You know, a lot of people think that he can repeat, and we're going to see what the keys are to that tonight, because it's going to be cold. It's rained all day, but it's kind of dried off. So we're going to see what he has to say, and we're going to drink some Sundrop and have a good time. So we'll be back in a minute. Carver Yellow Jackets from Winston-Salem. And here come the Salisbury Hornets. Okay, we're here with Joe Pinyan, the head coach of Salisbury. You know, Coach, the first round of the playoffs is always one of those that you really don't know. I mean, it's a big surprise. What do you know about Carver?
Well, I know they're doggone good. I mean, they didn't play in the last game last year because they weren't good. And they've been battling some injuries this year, and I think he's got them all well now, and that speaks volumes for what they've been doing late in the season. But I think we're pretty good too. I mean, if we can play our best game, they played our best game, everybody will get their $6 worth tonight.
That's right. Now, you know, you won the 2AA championship last year, and now you're in 2A, and people are telling me that the 2A is stronger than the 2AA.
Well, we wanted to go up to 3A, but we were afraid we had to beat West Rowan. We didn't want to go through all that and hurt their feelings. So, in all seriousness, Ronnie, I think the 2A is pretty tough. I think both brackets are really, really tough. And, you know, I think the big 2A was a lot of fun. This way, we're going to see some people we haven't seen before, and I think that's a lot of fun.
Like, is it Lincolnton and some of those teams in little 2A?
Well, you got Lincolnton. You still got the threat of going through Thomasville, Lexington, which, you know, that's intriguing in itself. And then you got this bunch. You got Star Mountain and Wilkes Central, who both played down to the very last game to see who's going to be undefeated. You know, there's some good teams in there.
You know, the one thing we know is when it gets cold weather, Dominique Dismuke likes to really play hard. And you got about 4 or 5 running backs, so that you think that might confuse them?
No, I hope they all get that same disease tonight, and all of them play well tonight. You know, we expect big things out of Dominique because he's a senior leader, but we expect all of our backs to have a big game. And, you know, every night we go out, we don't know who it's going to be, but we expect them all to be ready to do that.
Okay, it's going to be the Hornets and Yellow Jackets, the Battle of the Bees. So thanks, Joe.
Thanks, Ronnie.
Okay, we're here with Carver coach Melvin Palmer. Now, Coach, have you ever been to Salisbury and played down here?
Yes, sir. Actually, we've been in the area. 2008, we were down here to play West Rowan. Okay. It was a great experience for us, and thanks to Coach Pinyan, he's made us feel right at home.
You know, he was telling me about how talented y'all really were this year. And what kind of team do you have?
Well, we have a outstanding group. Outstanding group of young men. Faced a little bit of adversity this year. Had some injuries along the way. Play a real tough schedule. We're really a 4A team in a 2A schedule right now. You know, and that's the way we feel sometimes. But there's a great bunch of young men to coach and be around, and we look forward to a great game tonight.
You know, I always wonder, how do you get ready for the wishbone?
Well, fortunately for us, we see this read option, veer option quite a bit. So, you know, the bottom line is you got to play disciplined football. You got to play assignment football. You got to, you know, and Salisbury has an outstanding quarterback, does a great job of reading. So, you know, he's going to be a threat for us and a lot for us to handle tonight.
Now, I was talking to one of the reporters up at the Winston-Salem Journal, and he said that Madison Mills, your quarterback, was the best quarterback he had ever seen at Carver.
Well, I can definitely tell you this. In my time at Mount Tabor High School and Carver High School, he's definitely one of the best quarterbacks I've seen. You know, he does a great job. He has a big arm. He's very accurate, and he can beat you with his feet. You know, he's just done a great job for us here at Carver High School.
Well, we're going to see what transpires out here tonight. Coach, thanks a lot.
Thank you so much.
Let's go, baby. We ready.
Long journey, guys. Long, fun journey. We don't stop here. It gets longer. It becomes even more fun each week. It's a lot of fun. Think back, July 30th. Putting all that stuff, going out here and working hard down here on the softball field. Didn't even have our good place to practice. Look how far we've come. We're a good football team. We told you then you had a chance to be a good football team. So I thought about it this week, what would I talk to you about? I thought, first of all, what does it take to actually get here? And what about those guys who don't get this opportunity? What about those many teams across the state who don't get this extra game? Well, let's get a little bit personal about it. Let's get a little bit closer. Not just those teams who didn't make it. But what about those teams like one in our conference who made it, but had it taken away from them and didn't get to go? Well, let's get a little bit closer. This will hit your hearts really good. What about those guys who play on winning teams that suffer injuries and they don't get to do this? Yeah, I'm talking about Garrett Hill. What about him? What do you think he'd feel like if he had this opportunity right now to play in this game? Man, he's bubbling inside, ready to go. One of the coaches said earlier this week, they said, Coach, we went there last year and we won it. They went there last year and lost it. You think they might be more hungry? How can you be more hungry than a team that wants to go back? How can you be more hungry than a team that has a young man that ought to be playing in this game, but he can't? That wants to play. He wants to be with you every snap. Man, he's willing to give up his jersey so somebody else could dress in his spot. He wants you to play hard. He wants you to win. He wants you to do all those little things. Respect, pride, dignity, discipline. All those things that make you play like a champion. He's got it, and you give it back to him. You can give it back to him fourfold. Go out there and play your rear ends off tonight. Play hard and play with a hunger that's much bigger than the hunger they got. They can't have the same hunger we got. They cannot even come close. They can't come to the hunger he's got. His hunger's too much. Let's go win this thing up out there.
Wow. Well, we're standing outside the locker room at Salisbury High School. Joe Pinyan knows that the first round of the playoffs is always the scariest one. You really don't know about that first opponent, and you don't know what you're going to get, but he let his boys know what they had to do to win. So we're going to go out here and watch the Hornets and see if they can start their march to a second straight state champion. And while we do it, always drink some Sundrop. Buy it, drink it, love it. Go to a football game, fans, and have a good time. They're high school kids. We'll see you next week.